Well, Lee, thank you. Keith Stubbs is a very good friend of mine. He owns Wise Guys Comedy Club. If you ever want to get out of retirement, I got a job for you. And I was changing my clothes in that dressing room, thank you. Didn't feel comfortable with what I had on for a long flight. But thank you all so much. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to have this award. I'm very humbled by it. And we made the right decision. Working for you was the right decision. And thank you. Thank you for your leadership. We weren't just trying to get a ship out of the harbor. We were trying to build a ship. And for everyone who was staff, who here was staff with Lee and I when we first started? Right? On good hands here. Thank you to everyone in that time frame. I see Lorraine, obviously Dave Williams, Struck. Do we have Struck here? Where's the Struck table? I don't know if you heard all that, but there might be a commission that's, no, I'm kidding. Struck was phenomenal. Thomas Cook, Mark Hurst, certainly Gordon Bowen. So thank you to everyone. I'm certainly humbled too to be in the class of 2023 with Joan laying down the hammer for Box Elder County. I was at your rodeo in August with Commissioner Summers, best rodeo in the state of Utah. And of course, Mr. Cannon, amazing what he's done for the state of Utah. And of course, Kelly Payday. Where's Kelly? Oh, Kelly, right there. I can sense something out of the corner of my eye. Kelly, over $50 million that you've helped orchestrate to write. It's unbelievable what you've done for the state. Thank you. I just talked to Don Pay yesterday, who said, without you, without Lee and that co-op program, one of our biggest conventions in the state still wouldn't happen. So thank you. I want to thank as well David Williams. Thank you for the nomination. Thank you to the committee, to Natalie, to Kim, to Breck, everyone who checked off on this, the background checks. Thank you. Really appreciate it. This is a beautiful trophy. As Natalie was telling me, hand blown from a Utah artist. However, I thought this would be like the NFL Hall of Fame, where we actually had a bust of our heads. And it just made me think, there's not enough clay in Utah to sculpt this melon. So I'm glad you guys went with the glass here. That's very nice. Des Parker's here, and I don't think Nan Anderson is here. Is Nan here? No. I wanted to briefly just tell you a little bit about the origins of Life Elevated. How many of you are new to Utah tourism in the last 10 years? Last 15 years, right? And by the way, Joan and Kelly, Hall of Fame has nothing to do with our age. It's all about our contribution. Let me just get that out of the way. It feels like we're aging ourselves talking about 15 years. Des and Nan were instrumental, as was our staff, Struck, everyone else to actually get us to the funding that we have and also to Life Elevated. My career has been defined by positioning, promoting, and selling the state of Utah. From entertainment with United Concerts to clients today, to everything we've done with the tourism office, to my time at the Sports Commission, and even now, continuing to have sports clients and helping to bring fighting and combat sports, including an event this Saturday here in Washington County. And most importantly, electing officials who understand, as Lee said, the importance of tourism. It started with Governor Huntsman, continued with Governor Herbert, continues today with Governor Cox. Governor Huntsman said at the time, assume that we are a stock. This was in 2005. Assume that we're a stock. How will we act? How will we build the state of Utah for the future? If you look back now almost 20 years, this stock has performed way beyond what I think any of us could have imagined. And a lot of it had to do with Life Elevated. When we were trying to determine how do you brand a state, hard to do, particularly a state as unique as Utah. We wanted a lot of research behind it. It's all quarterbacked by Dave Williams. We did focus groups in London, New York, Chicago, Dallas, and LA. These people were screened for income, travel proclivity, education. We actually gave them a homework assignment. They had to come and actually put together, back in the day, books of what they like to do, photos, those type of things. The original Facebook. This was at a time when social and digital media was really starting to change the way we market tourism. What we heard in every market started in New York. As we would show, we didn't tell them what state we were, we just said this is a destination. When we asked them, after all the photos, call out what you think it is, California, Arizona, Turkey, Mexico, we heard everything. When we finally said, how does this place make you feel? It's one location, but how does this place make you feel? We heard it first in New York. A gentleman said, it feels like a spiritual place, but not religious. Now, of course, we were behind the mirrors, laughing. Just you wait till we tell you where it's at. In Dallas, Big Bull, and you'll remember this Lee, and what we found, I'll go back a little bit, it broke up in thirds. A third of people said, once they realized it was Utah, they said, you can never convince me to go, for all the reasons. A third said, I never knew, tell me more. And another third said, I love Utah, we need to go more, tell me more. In Dallas, a big oilman said, every other year, me and my co-workers and colleagues go to Utah. That's the year, instead of the Vegas year, instead of the sports years, those type of things, it's where we hike and golf and camp and we talk about being better fathers, better bosses, better husbands, better men. So everywhere we went, including Kane County, where I'm forgetting the name, you and I were reminiscing about this the other day. A gentleman said, I have an atheist friend who, as we sat over some red rocks here in Utah, Bryce Canyon, he turned to me at sunset and said, it's times like this you can convince me that God exists. Those type of points came together to tell us and to inform us about life elevated. And when we talk about what continues life elevated, it's certainly the greatest snow on earth. It's certainly our diverse events, culture, and things that people come here for outside of recreational tourism. But it's really the people. It's the people that make Utah life elevated. It's all of you here today. It's all of those who couldn't make it today that are working the front lines for us. It's every elected official that helps us. It's every one part-time and full-time that's working for the Utah tourism industry. It is my honor and privilege, and I'm humbled to have been given this Hall of Fame award, because it's the people that I've met over the years and worked with over the years that have made my life elevated. And my work will continue to promote, sell Utah on a world stage with Indonesia, but also with everything we're doing. Thank you again. Thank you for making Utah life elevated, and hope to see you again soon. Thank you.
Everyone,